hearts go numb. Addicted to a lonely kind of love. What I wanna know is how we got this stressed out, paranoid. Everything is going dark. Nothing makes me sadder than my head. I'm running out of teardrops. Let it hurt till it stops. I can't keep my grip. I'm slipping away from me. Oh God, everything is so full, but I can't feel a thing. The emptiness is heavier than you think. I'm tripping on the edge, high as a kite. I'm never coming down. And if you hear me, guess you know how it feels to be alone. That's how we get this stressed out, paranoid. Everything is going dark. Nothing makes me sadder than my head. I'm running out of teardrops. Let it hurt till it stops. I can't keep my grip. I'm slipping away from me. Oh God, everything is so full, but I can't feel a thing. The emptiness is heavier than you think. Suicidal, violent, tragic state of mind. Lost my halo, now I'm my own antichrist. Suicidal, violent, tragic state of mind. Lost my halo, now I'm my own antichrist. Running out of teardrops, let it hurt till it stops. I can't keep my grip, I'm slipping away from me. Oh God, everything is so full, but I can't feel a thing. When I was 9, I'd make believe the good guy always caught the thief. The room went dark and I couldn't sleep. I was in over my head. At 15, I would look around, and all my friends had it figured out. They all thought it, but they never said out loud. I was in over my head. Oh, I feel this vertigo, sick of being an optimist. I'm trying, but I'm in over my head. I'm in over my head. Overnight, I was 20, thought I had a good hold on life. Didn't know it at the time, I was not alright. I was in over my head. Now I'm pretty sure at 26 that it isn't gonna be some little fix. The game wasn't rigged by accident. I'm in over my head. Oh, I feel this vertigo, sick of being an optimist. I'm trying. Deep down it hurts to know how bad I wanna call it quits. I'm trying, but I'm in over my head. I'm in over my head.
Alright everybody, excuse the messed up intro there, not sure what happened there, but welcome to the JP Designs Open Wheel Tour, race number 6 of the season. We are way beyond halfway now, well in terms of the 8 race season. We are at race 6 of 8 and Blake Kennedy is still your points leader here. We're in qualifying, Kaloa Hankins out there running some laps. There's Blake Kennedy, your points leader, as I just mentioned him. Blake has ran a phenomenal season. He's won races, and he nearly won last week at Charlotte. He lost in a photo finish to Mason Sweet. So Gateway, the last oval of the season. Next week we head to Lime Rock. Then we go on a holiday and spend 2 weeks refreshing, preparing for the 2021 seasons. And then we head to Summit Point for the final race of the season. As saw there, I believe that was Ryan Martin getting a little loose there. Aiden Kirker is on the pole right now on the 39. Aiden has the highest win percentage in WORC history, I guess, so far, as Martin puts a lap down 5.01 seconds off pace, and that'll end his qualifying run. Not sure if he ran 2 laps or not. But Ryan Martin, 5 seconds off pace, running a 47-second lap time compared to the 42 put on by Kirker. 20 seconds left in qualifying. I don't believe, looks like we only got about half the field qualifying here. So Justin Walker, newcomer, about a tenth behind Kirker. Then we got Blake Kennedy behind him, and Chloe Hankins a few tenths behind those guys. But Hankins should take pride. He may be on a mouse, but at least he's not running that lap time Ryan Martin ran. So Josh Patterson, Henry Klappert, Paul Granata, Jay Mulder not qualifying. As there's a wide shot here of this track as everyone grids. Meanwhile, there's your pole sitter, Aiden Gerker in the 39. As I said, highest win percentage in WARC, and he adds a pole to his terrific resume so far. Starting to his outside, Justin Walker, newcomer in that 72 machine. Uh, Looking to see what Justin can do. He's already shown some speed here early. He actually just joined the league about a couple hours ago, so trying to get himself familiarized with some of our regular guys. Like right here, we got Blake Kennedy in the 75, your points leader, and then we got Chloe Hankins last week. Lost it off of 2 on the white flag. Caused a pretty interesting finish for these guys. Hoping take home a little bit better finish than last week and a lot better car at that. We got Ryan Martin last guy to qualify. Had issues in qualifying, put down a time 5 seconds off pace. Uh, Josh Patterson in the O2 Marlboro car. Then we got Henry Klappert, Paul Granata, and Jay Mulder. And we're going to check the helmets because Josh Patterson and Henry Klappert have the same helmet. So that's interesting. Josh actually painted Henry's helmet. So we get a good look at both of their helmets. And yeah. So if you guys remember last week, Josh Patterson, he had a little bit of fun as an admin, and him and Christian Visconti decided to do a 21 jump street on me and switch places. So I'm gonna go ahead and check the league directory right now to make sure that I will be commentating the right drivers for today as they come around for the pace laps, and Josh Patterson is actually in the O2 today. So that's always good news. Kind of weird to have to say something like that, but hey, here we are. Kirker, Walker, gonna lead us to the green flag. Um, Pace truck pulls off. Kirker gets choice of when to go here. And looks like he's waiting till green. Green flag is out. And already jumping towards the middle is Patterson. He might not be looking middle yet. Walker actually got a little bit better start than Kirker. And going into 1, Hankins going to pull to the side. He does not want to be in this mess. He probably expected a lot more people to qualify 3 wide as Klappert goes up the middle between Martin and Hankins. Granata followed Patterson, and Patterson now going to make a challenge for P3 on Kennedy. Here comes Kirker to the inside of Walker here, lap 1 of 45. Let's see who leads the first lap here at Gateway. Walker has the outside line. Doesn't look like he got the runoff that he wanted. Josh Patterson making a charge. He's already almost up to P2 as Aiden Kirker is going to lead lap number 1 here at Worldwide Technology Raceway at Gateway. Walker now to the inside. And Walker's going to spin. Patterson's in it. Kennedy's in it. Granata's in it. Klappert barely misses it. I believe Klappert got the wall. And not too much damage for the O2 or the O4. But we're going to have to go WORC replay right there and check out what may have occurred on this incident. Looked like Walker had just simply gotten loose in front of the field. So we're going to go ahead and try to check that now. Here we are on replay. And Walker just, yeah, got loose. See it right there. Patterson spins it around. Kennedy, what a save. Klappert gets the wall. Look at this from Blake Kennedy right here. We are going to go on board with Kennedy on the save here. That was a wow factor right there. Here we are on board with Kennedy. And watch here, he sees Walker get loose. Kennedy himself gets loose. Patterson gets loose. Watch this save by Kennedy. Good drive in there by the driver of the 75. So, pace truck lights are out. Or not out, sorry, they're on. And Kirker leads. Walker should be receiving the EOL for that one. Kennedy blinks out right there. I mean, it's hard to blame Walker. Of course, he didn't, do anything too wrong. He saved the car, but that kind of caused the chain reaction. Klappert got the right rear in the wall, and you can see it's a little in there. Not sure if Klappert thinks the car is okay or not. It looks like that's the case. Ryan Martin up to 5th. Mulder up to 6th. He laid back with Hankins. There's Hankins right there. Patterson on pit road, getting some repairs done. He didn't get tagged too much by Granata, and Granata clearly feels that way as he stays himself out on the racetrack. So we'll see if the admins declare Walker to the back or not. Walker does have a little bit of a messed up wing. Parker White had that same little wing issue at Bristol, and White was still actually fairly competitive, battling for the lead even, so not too sure if that wing is going to mean too much, but if Walker pits, I believe he can get that thing replaced, if I'm not mistaken, so already an interesting wreck early on. Thankfully, not too much carnage, and all drivers involved can continue in this one. As one lap to green now, pace truck lights are out, and Kennedy, Kirker, Klappert, Walker, top 4 here. Granata taking the access road, not sure why. I believe it is a single file restart. Should be at least. Maybe it's double? No, it's single. I'm not sure what Kennedy's doing up on the top. But Kennedy will get black flagged if he does not serve himself in line. Unless it is double file, but Klappert and Martin and all those other guys. Yeah, there you go. Kennedy's getting in line now. Single file restart here for Aiden Kirker. And Kennedy has not timed the restarts too well. There's the iRacing official pace track. It'll pull off. Kirker gets the chance to choose when they go. Kennedy's got to try to time it here. Off the top, and Kirker's going to get going. Kennedy doesn't quite get a bad restart. Granata way to the inside. And does Granata have damage? I'm not sure what he's doing back there. Kennedy didn't get as bad of a restart as he has been, but I believe it was Charlotte, and he was struggling on restarts. Couldn't quite get that car going, so good to see Kennedy try to stay in touch as there's Walker with the wing damage and Klappert with that right rear wheel damage. We're going to see if that has any effect as Martin leads a train of Mulder, Hankins, Granata, and Patterson a little bit further back. Patterson's damage maybe a little bit more than we expected. Granata making a move on Hankins to the inside. Martin also on the inside of Mulder. I believe Mulder's the one attempting to make that move off the top. And Granata will clear Hankins. He tried to get in line behind Mulder, but I think Granata had too much of a run. And here comes Paul Granata now. Behind Martin. Martin blinks out. Granata's going to take it 3 wide. Martin backs out. And Granata to the inside of Mulder. Mulder way overdrove the corner, and here comes Granata. Good move there as Granata moving up through the field. Walker got by Kennedy, and Kirker is gone. And Kennedy's slow. Here comes Klappert to the inside. Not sure if there's a problem with Kennedy. Maybe the tire's a little worn out from that slide he had. I'm not sure, but Klappert, that right rear wheel damage not showing too much effect as he's up to P3. And Klappert is actually P3 in standings now. He got passed by Ryan Martin after his early ending to Charlotte last week. And Klappert's going to slide up the racetrack, saves it. And that'll allow Kennedy to get right back to his inside here. These two battling for a championship. These two are also teammates. They took a 1-2 finish at Bristol. And like I said, Klappert last week at Charlotte was battling for the lead with Granata and Josh Patterson, and Klappert got the bad end of the stick there. As lots of racing going on behind. They were 3 wide for a moment. Mulder, Patterson, Granata. Lots of tight racing back here as Granata trying to fend off Mulder on the outside. Patterson has a run. Patterson's going to go up the middle 3 wide. He's going to back it off. Realizes a little too much of that. And Granata's going to slide. Patterson's going to clip him, and Patterson's into the wall. Granata's around. That should be a yellow. And I'm not sure where the caution is. Patterson's destroyed. Granata is destroyed. Granata got loose and kicked Patterson, and Patterson resets. That's not going to be a yellow. Tough luck for Patterson. That'll end his night for sure. He's got a lot of repairs. I feel bad for him. He's already had a long day, and it's only lap 11 now. Or lap 10, excuse me. As Hankins gets loose.
Caution, yellow flag.
Nice avoidance by Ryan Martin. And that'll bring out the yellow. Hankins will get it back going. Nice save by Hankins. Wasn't too big of an issue. I think he just pushed it a little too hard. He's been running really well. And I believe that's where the caution was, as everyone else still on track. So we're going to go WORC replay here on the 49 machine, see what we can tell about what happened. So right here we see, here's Hankins. Sends it into the corner a little hard, gets loose. And Martin avoids him, and that brings out the yellow. We're going to go WORC replay real quick, see what happened with the O2 actually as well. So here we are. They were 3 wide. Patterson passed Granata, and Patterson was loose. I'm trying to see what happened the lap before this. They were battling really hard. And so this is the battle they were having. This is a lap before the incident. Just trying to see what happened there. What may have caused Granata to get loose. Not sure if he pushed it too hard, if he was battling looseness. Patterson was up at the top. Granata looks like he may have made contact with Mulder in 3 and 4. And we're just gonna keep watching Patterson, and we'll watch from Granata's point of view here. So Granata and Mulder may have made contact, and right there, Granata just gets loose, overcorrects, and Patterson gets him on the wheel. Patterson couldn't check up in time. I'm not sure why that wasn't a yellow. So Granata may have had contact with Mulder in 3 and 4, but we're not too sure what happened. So whatever. That's how things go sometimes. We're back live as pit stops happened, and Justin Walker, or not Justin Walker, excuse me, Jay Mulder is leading. They will have to pit in these races. So looks like Kennedy stays out. Looks like Hankins also stays himself out. So Walker, Martin, and Klappert getting serviced on pit road. Granata, I believe, was getting serviced on pit road as well. He's got rear wing damage right there on that 04 on the right panel, looks like. So let's see. Here's Walker exiting pit road. So I expect to see. Looks like Martin's already out of pit road. There's Martin right there. And Granata cutting through the grass. Not sure what he's doing. That was a little extracurricular. Not sure. There's Klappert. I believe Klappert was. I believe he was just attempting to repair whatever damage he had from that right rear wheel. And Walker's still taking the service road. So there's Hankins going to the back for causing the incident. Admins apply the OL, and Jay Mulder, Truck Series champion, finds himself up front. Mulder has had some very efficient races on the ovals here in the JP Designs Open Wheel Tour. Unfortunately for Jay, they have not all ended well. At Bristol, he was battling for the lead with Blake Kennedy with just a couple to go, and ultimately ran himself into the back of a lapped car in Joe Burgy. And that ended his night prematurely by just a couple laps battling for the lead. At Charlotte, he was running strong there as well. In fact, his teammate, I believe teammate at least, one of his good friends, Mason Sweet, won that race. Mulder was running well there too and got caught up in a wreck as well. So now he gets to lead the field to green here at Worldwide Technology Raceway Gateway. Josh Patterson, the only one out of this. As Mulder gets going,
Green
Kennedy
flag.
does not. Kirker got a solid restart. And Granata peeked to the inside. Couldn't quite get there. Here comes Hankins. What a restart by that 49. He's going to dive it in really low into one. Klappert's going to get him on the outside. And Hankins in the 49 is going to level himself back just ahead of Ryan Martin. Not sure why Martin's slowing. But towards the front, we've got a pass for the lead. Kirker dives it in really low on Mulder. Kirker sliding ever so slightly, balancing that car really well as he's going to clear Mulder. Here comes Kennedy. Kennedy was looking to the inside of Mulder. Now he's going to decide to go in line. Now he's going to peek back out to the inside of Mulder. And Kennedy knows he cannot let Kirker get too far. And Mulder slides, saves it. But Kennedy will pass him. However, here comes Granata battling with Klappert, and Hankins is right there too. Granata way down the back straightaway, going wheel to wheel with Klappert. That was a little bit dangerous, as not too sure what Granata was doing, but looks like Klappert's letting him go. Either that or he's just really slow. As Hankins will also take advantage, and he will pass Klappert as well. And I want to go back real quick and look. Where's Justin Walker in the 72? Walker back down pit road. I believe Walker had a penalty. And so he will abruptly go a lap down as he's going to serve a penalty on pit road, it appears. Meanwhile, good battle here. Hankins, Granata, Klappert, and Mulder in there too. Granata throws a block on Hankins. Down to the grass. Granata back up the racetrack. And Granata being aggressive. He's going to come down on Hankins, make
Yellow
contact.
flag is
Klappert
out.
avoids it. And I'm not sure if that was on Hankins or Granata. Granata was being very aggressive. We're going to have to take a look at that one on the WORC replay. And I'm not too sure how that one happened. We're going to get a good angle, though, with Chloe Hankins of what happened here. So if you look here, Hankins is on the inside in the corner. Granata comes down. Hankins gets loose, clips Granata in the left rear. And that almost looks like a racing incident, to be honest. We're going to get one more point of view from Paul Granata on his far chase cam, see if it shows us if Granata was moving down the racetrack or not. He was blocking very aggressively, as you see right here. He down to the apron and then right back up the racetrack. I'm not sure what he was doing, trying to shake draft or something. But Hankins slides it in there. Granata comes down. I believe that's just more of a racing incident. Hankins had the run, and Granata was coming down, just kind of running his line. And well, unfortunately, that's just on. Yeah, I don't. It looked a little bit like netcode as well. Um, Sucks for the 04. He's had a strong race so far, and he's had to go from the back to the front a couple times. And he had that incident earlier where he spun and collected Patterson. Somehow it wasn't a yellow. So maybe Patterson feeling a little bit of sigh of relief there. However, Justin Walker went a lap down. I believe he should get the wave around if admins are correct. He should be receiving a wave for being a lap down. And so that caution really helps Walker out. And Walker will not be getting a wave. Not sure why. Admins should be waving him around. So Kennedy and Klappert will be going down pit road. Klappert making this his second trip. Didn't quite catch if Kennedy went in earlier. I don't believe he did. I believe he stayed out, as well as Kirker and Mulder. So there's Kennedy and Klappert down pit road. Your two guys competing for the points championship, as I mentioned earlier. They're teammates, and they finished 1-2 at Bristol. Klappert was really excited to see his teammate win that one, and he actually was the first one to reiterate, hey, that's an Outlaw 1-2. So exciting for him to be able to race with his teammate for a points championship, I assume, and also a very good friend of his as well. As Klappert rolls into his stall as well to get serviced. And there's Mulder. So Walker does not get the wave from admins. Admins, I believe, would be waving Walker around. However, they're not going to do it. So just under halfway here, we have a couple cars out of this one in Granata and Patterson. Ryan Martin sees himself in second place. He's been kind of slow this race. Not necessarily a compliment from my end, but Martin just has not really shown much speed. He's been in close battles though, as we just saw with Klappert, Mulder, Hankins, Granata. And Hankins will go down pit road after that little racing incident with Granata. And as I said, I couldn't really tell. I mean, Granata did come down. Ko definitely overshot the corner. However, um, they were just both running their lines. I can't really necessarily say Granata came down as a bad thing. He was running his line. Of course, there's some net codes, some wheel-to-wheel contact, and unfortunately, Granata just got the bad end of it. So it sucks, but that's how things happen sometimes. As racing is racing is not very nice to its drivers, that's for sure. And we've seen time and time again where racing just doesn't go in someone's favor, and that's just kind of how it has to go. Of course, we saw in the Truck Series Championship race, nothing went in the favor of any of your championship competitors except for Jay Mulder, who was the one guy who didn't even qualify for the race. He said, I'm not qualifying, I'm staying at the back, and we saw what happens when you run up front. Bad things happen, I guess. So, one lap to green, not sure why Mulder's not getting in line, but this restart down to Aiden Kirker once again, and Ryan Martin is going to have to time this one. Not sure what Mulder's doing. He's definitely going to mess up the restart. He's laying back and scrubbing the tires. I don't see that one faring too well. There's Kirker. He's going, and Martin sort of gets going.
Green flag, green flag.
Mulder's on his rear wing. Martin not quite speeding off like he should have, and Martin may have damage. Mulder's going to get to his outside, and Mulder's going to blow by him. Not sure what's going on with the 9, if that's him or if that's the car. However, Walker looks like did get his wave around, so that's fantastic. He's back on the lead lap. And we'll be able to battle with these guys here. Is tough battle for second. Martin now, I don't know if he just had a really bad restart or what, but he's going to peek to the inside of Mulder. He's going to get there side by side. Martin, Mulder, 2 M's. And there's Kennedy as well, right in line with Mulder. Klappert behind them. Walker just a bit behind those guys. And Mulder slides, saves it. Kennedy, what an avoidance. Here comes Walker to the inside of Klappert. Justin Walker going to take advantage, and you got to feel for Kennedy there. Great wreck avoidance by him. And here comes Hankins up the middle, 3 wide. And that'll shuffle Kennedy backwards as Mulder also falling back as well. Looks like Kennedy going to try to battle back with Hankins on the outside. And an even bigger battle up here, 3-car battle, Walker, Martin, Klappert. Klappert falling in line with Walker. Let's see what Klappert does. Klappert gets a huge run, runs into the back of Walker. And Klappert just knocked his front wing off. He has a habit of doing that. Martin gets loose. And Klappert's going to lose a lot of ground. We saw it at Bristol and we saw it at Charlotte. Klappert likes to run into the back of these guys and knock his front wing piece off. I don't know, maybe that open hole in the front will help cool the car off as Klappert's going to get down to the grass. Not sure what he's doing. He lost some rhythm there though. And looks like Hankins is ahead of Mulder here for not last in the lead lap cars. And as we've highlighted, Hankins on a mouse and keyboard. Doing fairly well. He did spin out a little bit earlier, but he's done fairly well otherwise as Mulder got loose right there and Kennedy blinked out. Hankins may look to make a move on Kennedy if he gets the run. Doesn't look like the run's going to stay. And Kennedy blinks out again, blinks back in. And Kennedy having some internet issues tonight. He normally blinks a couple times a race, but he's blinking a little bit more than normal. And Hankins looked like he got a little bit better corner there than Kennedy did. Meanwhile, battle for the podium, Martin and Klappert. Klappert missing that front wing piece is praying for a yellow. I don't know how Klappert does it. He's the only guy I've seen so far that runs into the back of the other guys drafting them. I don't know if he doesn't know to lift or doesn't know he can make a move or what. But Klappert actually is going to run right in the back of Ryan Martin right there. And Martin's got a run on Justin Walker for P2. Let's see what Martin does. Martin takes it to the inside. Doesn't run into the back of him unlike Klappert. And let's see if Walker gets the run off the top. He might. No, run stalls out. And here comes Kennedy and Hankins. Not sure what's going on with Mulder. He doesn't have any damage as well. He's just vibing back there, I guess. Klappert's going to run into the back of Walker again. I have no idea what he's doing. I'm not sure if he thinks he's in a stock car, but he keeps running into the back of these guys, and I'm not too sure what to say about it. Klappert's going to go up the middle, 3 wide, wheel to wheel to wheel. Klappert's going to back out, thinks better of it. That was almost going to be an exciting moment here as Kennedy now trying to capitalize and Hankins as well. Martin goes low. They're going to be 3 wide off exit of the corner. Klappert in the middle. Kennedy on the top side. 3 wide. Martin loses his ground and Klappert slides a little bit. I believe he just merely wiggled his wheel actually. And that'll cost him a little bit of ground as he had to run on Kennedy. And Kennedy now trying to make a charge out Walker for P2. Kennedy runs a little bit lower line off exit. Let's see if it helps him. He's in line with Walker. Kennedy goes to make the move. Blake Kennedy to the inside of Justin Walker. And Martin back to the inside of Klappert as well. Some good racing here in the mid-pack. As Kennedy will clear Walker. Maybe no. Walker going to get right back to his inside. Kennedy almost gets that right rear in the wall. Walker's got the run. side by side into 3 and 4 they'll go. And 3 wide, Hankins backs off. Walker sends it deeper into the corner than Kennedy did. And Kennedy blinks out. And there he is. He's blinked back in. Klappert to the inside of Hankins. Klappert's probably going to end up losing these guys here. He cannot compete without that front wing piece. I'm not sure why he's running into people. And all this battling right here as Kennedy goes back to pass Walker. All this battling has left Aiden Kirker all alone up there in that 39. He's liking seeing all that battling behind him, as you can still see him in his mirror for sure as they're on the same straightaway as him. Walker working to fend off Kennedy, and he's going to drive it in a little bit deeper to clear Kennedy and Martin to the outside now. And the hope for any of these guys really is that a caution comes out, but whoever brings out the caution simply spins, doesn't collect anybody, and doesn't collect themselves into the wall. And Klappert's really the guy right now asking for a caution, whereas Kirker's the guy really not asking for a caution, as Klappert gets loose, almost gets into Hankins right there. And Klappert's going to need that front wing replaced. He can get that done on pit road if a yellow comes out. In the meantime, Kennedy Walker still going at it for P2. Ryan Martin behind the 2. Martin had that good avoidance earlier when Hankins slid down the racetrack. Of course, Hankins also had the... I don't know if I should call it a save, of course, he did spin it out, but good job keeping it off of everything, as Martin's going to send him 3 wide. Kennedy's going to back it out. Kennedy did not want to be in the middle of a 3 wide situation. And here comes Martin now to challenge Walker for second. Right now, it's looking like these guys are challenging Walker, and Walker's just holding on as Kennedy now going to make a dive back again at Walker. They can pass Walker, but Walker gets him right back. Some good racing right here for second place. Kennedy slides up in front of Walker. And now Ryan Martin to the inside. Walker may look to take it 3. Don't run into the back of him now. Oh my. That's kind of my biggest worry right now when these guys are in line with each other, is that they're not going to lift and do what Henry Klappert did, knock his front wing off. I believe for Christmas, the Outlaw Racing Camp is going to send Henry Klappert a diagram of the brake pedal and a diagram of a Skip Barber car, show them that these things are pointed on the front end and that you cannot run into each other. As Kennedy runs high, leaving Martin back to challenge Walker again. Martin gets to run off the corner, and I'm not sure if it's the way Walker's exiting the corner, but he exits high, and that seems to be able to give these guys the run. Meanwhile, here comes Hankins with a run as well, as Hankins with the super steady hand on that mouse and keyboard up here battling with these guys, and Hankins gives him a lot of room as he dives down way to the inside. Klappert in line with Kennedy, and there's contact physics right there. There's smoke. Aiden Kirker is blown up. Aiden Kirker just blew up. This is the battle for the win. Oh my goodness. Aiden Kirker just blew up. Oh my. Okay. This has just become a 5-car battle for the win rather than P2. As I heard contact physics and I didn't quite see anything, and I saw the smoke. And there's Mulder way back there. So here's Klappert to the inside of Kennedy. And there's Kirker. He's out of the car. He's done for the night. Wow, Kirker absolutely dominated this from start to finish. Took pole and everything. So this is the battle for the lead right here. Martin going for his first ever WORC win. Walker going for the win in his first ever start. Kennedy, of course. Excuse the car changing, but Kennedy, of course, your points leader, going for his second win of the season. Hankins going for his first ever WORC win, and Klappert going for his ever win. I believe Klappert actually, Klappert and Martin are probably the 2 guys with the most starts in WORC without a win. Martin has the second most starts in WORC history. He's over 40, don't know the exact number. So a win right here would suit him well. As we're just under 10 to go, coming to the line will be 9 laps remaining in this one. Martin in line with Walker, dips to the inside. And Martin challenging for the lead still. They've been side by side forever, it feels like. And Klappert back there just praying that... Oh, Martin slides! Ryan Martin slides down to the grass, and this may have ended his run for the win. Kennedy in the wall! 2 cars without damage. Walker has wing damage. Here comes Hankins for the lead. Hankins to the inside. Oh, tight racing off the corner. Walker pinching down Hankins. Hankins has to be stressed on that mouse right now. Klappert to third. Kennedy gonna try to get him back, but Kennedy blinks. And 8 laps to go. Walker leads Hankins. Hankins down to the curb, and Walker slides a little bit. Hankins lifts a little bit. Here comes Klappert. And these guys are gonna let Walker get away. I believe it's probably in their best interest to keep Hankins or Kennedy behind Walker. I don't know if Klappert's gonna get quite the run he wants. He's got a run though. And Henry Klappert going for the lead now. Klappert doesn't win much. He's got 6 official wins on iRacing and over 300 starts. I believe it's at 365. He dives to the inside of Walker. He doesn't have a league win. Closest he's ever come to a league win, he won an LCQ and Ice Car at Talladega, and he gets a bad entry into the corner. Slips up. Kennedy now around the outside is going to get the run on Walker. And I believe the only thing halting Walker from pulling away is that rear wing damage. As he blocks low, Kennedy almost runs into the back of him, and Kennedy's going to take to the top side. And Klappert's got the run. Klappert sends it into the corner deep. Klappert's got left sides on the curbs, and Hankins is waiting for these guys to make a mess. Hankins to the inside, Klappert to the inside. 2 by 2 at the line for the lead. Hankins lifts, Klappert to the inside. And Klappert holds this corner a lot better than he did last time. Challenging for the lead. Klappert off the corner, side by side drag racing with Walker. Kennedy gonna push Walker. And that aero push is gonna be just enough to clear Walker of Klappert, unless Klappert dives it into the corner here. And he does get to the inside of Kennedy. But if I'm Kennedy, I don't want to push Walker. Walker's been showing a very capable will to defend that position. If I'm Kennedy, I'm pushing my teammate, and then I'm making the move on a very vulnerable Klappert who I don't believe can lead. And I believe Klappert just said, hold on, Blake, you go get him. As there's Mulder. There's Martin. Neither of them a factor. Kennedy going after Walker. Down the back straightaway, Klappert loses his run. He's side by side with Hankins. Here comes Kennedy. If I'm Kennedy and I'm challenging for the lead, I'm trying to run that middle of the racetrack, trying to take that away from Walker. Walker's using that middle to his advantage, and you've got to take that away from him. Kennedy, Walker, wheel to wheel. Here comes Hankins. Does Hankins take it 3? He does. Hankins 3 wide up the middle for the lead. Hankins clears Klappert, and Hankins might clear them both. Into the corner. Oh, Hankins slides up in Walker. Hankins is around,
The yellow flag
and
is
that'll
out.
bring out the caution. Hankins backs it into the wall, and Hankins sent it, and you can't fault him for that. That one, oh my. We're going to go WORC replay. Kennedy and Klappert 1-2, and Klappert might want to pit for that damage. As we're going to go into the WORC replay real quick and look at what Hankins did, or maybe if it wasn't all his fault. And we are back here, right here. Hankins shot up the middle 3 wide. And I believe he just overshot the corner. Oh, he did. He hit the groove, which clipped Walker. Nice save by Walker. Hankins backed it into the wall, and we are going to go look at Walker's point of view real quick at that one, because that was absolutely insane. of a save on his part. Here we go. Here's the onboard with Walker battling for the lead here with Hankins, and Walker held his line, of course, into the corner, and Hankins just shot up. Walker had nowhere to go, but watch this save. Turns that wheel. We've had some good saves so far on these wrecks, as these guys have really pushed their cars to the limits as many vehicles go down pit road here. In fact, Walker and Kennedy, the ones who stay out. Klappert down pit road to repair that front wing. Martin, Mulder, Hankins, and we're going to have a green-white checkered, I believe, as there's Granata back out on track. He's not going to be much of a factor, missing the entire rear end of that '04 machine. And Patterson back out as well. His car looks a little bit better than Granata's. Patterson missing the front wing on his. So here we are on pit road. We're going to see who gets out first, as Hankins will get the EOL for the yellow, so wherever he comes out may not be too much of a factor. Hankins gets tires, Mulder gets tires. Mulder's pit crew was done first, but here comes Martin off pit road. And Mulder looked a little faster than Martin. Not sure if Martin was slowing down or if Mulder was speeding up. Klappert got the front wing repaired. And here he comes off of pit road. So Hankins may just be staying on pit road possibly, or getting some sort of repairs, but there's Hankins, there's Patterson. I'm not sure what to expect out of Patterson and Granata. So we're going to have a green-white checkered restart after Kirker blew himself up. He's out of this one. Granata 24 laps down, Patterson 31 laps down. They won't be factors unless somehow they're so slow they get lapped. These are about 42 to 45 second lap times, so very easily could. And I believe we're setting up for green white checkered finish at least. Kennedy leads, Walker second. Walker was defending really well. Martin third. Martin was battling so hard, got loose in 1 and 2. Martin will be the first car on fresh tires. Mulder on fresh tires. Klappert fresh tires and a fresh front wing. And he's going to warm that thing up. And not sure where Hankins is. There's Hankins in the 49. So unfortunate for Hankins, but you know, like I said, you cannot fault him. He was going for the lead 3 wide. You take those opportunities, and thankfully for him and Walker, they're still both in the race, very much in this, and they're going to be bunched together, so they'll still have a chance to win this one. And Walker now is in an interesting position because he's in his first ever WORC start, so of course you don't want to rub the admins or any of your fellow drivers the wrong way. But you're going for the win in your first start, and you've been impressive thus far. As I said, he showed a very capable will to defend. He was really working that middle groove to his advantage every time somebody attempted to challenge him. So 1 lap to green, single file restart, and Kennedy is thankful he's the one in the lead this time because Kennedy has not been too strong on restarts thus far. So Kennedy to the top. And if you aren't familiar with the WORC single file restart rules, single file to the top of the racetrack, and leader gets to choose when to go. Once pace truck hits pit road, pace truck must be in pit road before they take the green. It'll be up to Kennedy to go anytime when the pace truck hits pit road, and then once the green flag drops, it's everyone's game. So stressful, anxious, a lot of ways to define what you may be if you're Blake Kennedy or Justin Walker or possibly any of these guys right here on a very late restart. As pace truck pulls into pit road, when will Kennedy time the restart on Walker? Walker right up on his rear wing, Martin on his. Kennedy goes. Walker goes. Martin does not get going. Mulder jumps to the inside. 2 laps to go here in a green-white checkered finish. Martin did not get going. That may have screwed everybody out back there. As it's up to Walker to draft his way up to Kennedy. Kennedy down the back straightaway, dips low. now dips high, trying to shake the draft of Justin Walker. And that 72 Walker looks to the inside line here in 3 and 4. Walker dives it in deep. Kennedy may have ran it a little too high right there. Kennedy gets sideways off the corner, and Walker takes the lead. White flag this time by. Who wins it? Kennedy, Walker, drag racing to the line. Walker would have had it there. White flag out here. 1 to go. Phenomenal race so far in the JP Designs Open Wheel Tour here at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Kennedy on the outside. He's going to get the run. Blake Kennedy, Justin Walker, drag racing. Kennedy's got the run, got the lane. He's going to clear him. No. Walker's got the run to the inside. He runs Kennedy high. Through 3 and 4. Kennedy gets loose. He's going to have one last chance. Kennedy to the inside. Kennedy knocks his wing off. They're making contact. And Justin Walker in his first career WORC start is going to win it here at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Henry Klappert third. Patterson pushing Granata across the line. Martin fourth. Mulder fifth. And wow, Blake Kennedy knocked his wing off. Running into the back of Walker, trying to make something happen. And Justin Walker, first career win. Mulder going up next to Walker, congratulating him. Giving him a little love tap right there. Great finish from these guys. And man, Kennedy gave it his all. And back-to-back weeks, Kennedy comes up short. You've got to be feeling right now for that 75. He's the points leader, which is probably the more important thing. But you know Kennedy wanted both those wins last week and this week, and you know he was fighting hard for them. And Kennedy led on that last restart. He's got to be feeling right now, but Justin Walker, first career WORC start, first career WORC win. These things don't burn out too well, but a couple guys have gotten him to burn out somehow. And he's trying to get him to burn out. Let's see if he can. I don't know how familiar Justin is with these skippies, but I think he's trying. He got some smoke out of that one. And we're going to go to commercial break real quick while we pull drivers in for interviews. This is WORC TV. We'll be right back. Welcome back to WORC TV. My name is Braison Collins, and today, wow, what a race. We're going to bring in your winner now for interviews in the form of Justin Walker. Let's see if we can drag him in here. Justin, you're in the WORC TV booth. You got a copy, bud.
Yes, sir.
All right. Wow, what a race. What a drive by you. You defended really well there at the end, especially after Kirker blew up. And there at the end, you're able to go wheel to wheel with Blake Kennedy and take the win in your first ever start. Run me through what your thoughts were on that last restart right there.
Yeah, first off, that sucks for Aiden. He had a good car. We weren't going to catch him if that thing went green. But that last restart, I was just planning on getting through one and two, holding behind him, then getting down the backstretch, catching the draft, and then trying to pull a little bit of a slide job, getting into three. And we caught the draft, got up under him, and it was history from there.
Yeah, really good move on your part there, and Blake tried to defend that hard. He wanted to cross you over, I could tell. Um, well, for your first race, well, how do you think of your performance so far? I mean, I know you had a little bit of trouble early, got some rear wing damage, but came back and fought hard from there.
Yeah, I think I did a real good job of holding that lead. It's honestly kind of like running Daytona, where you got to kind of try to block both lines. But if you're in the middle, they can't really do anything off the bottom. So I knew if I just held that middle and never let anyone clear my nose, I'd be okay.
Yeah, I noticed that a lot. You had a lot of challenges for the lead right there from numerous drivers. Fended all of them off though, and here you are sitting first place after your first race. That's quite an accomplishment. You got anybody you want to thank tonight before I let you go?
Yes. I had a guy spotting for me in Discord call, Reed Sandrolini. He did an excellent job. Um, my paint guy, his sponsor's not on the car right now. We just threw this wrap together real quick. But Shank Designs, if you need anything done, shoot him a message. He has real good prices, does real good work. Um, and that's it.
All right, man. Well, thank you. Congratulations. Your first ever start here in the JP Designs Open Wheel Tour and your first ever win in the same race. Not many people can say much about that, that they did that themselves. So thank you, Justin, and congratulations on your win.
Thank you. Thank you for putting on the race, and thank you for doing the broadcast.
No problem, man. We'll see you later.
See ya.
All right, guys. That was your winner, Justin Walker. And now we're going to talk with P2 in the 75. He had a tough battle. Couldn't quite get it done. Back to back weeks. Blake Kennedy, you're in the WORC TV booth. You got a coffee?
Yes, I do.
That has to hurt. Back to back weeks. You're in position to win and you can't quite pull it off. You get P2 back to back weeks. Not many people would be upset about a second place finish, but I have a feeling you are. Run me through what happened there that last that green white checkered restart.
Um, I thought, being Justin stayed out and everyone else pitted, and I'm like, I didn't want to look at my fuel because I knew we were getting close. So I'm like, all right, this got to be the last restart. Um, Otherwise, I'd have to pit. And so I got a good jump, I felt like, but Justin also got a great start. Everyone else didn't really get a good start, so it was just me and Justin battled out. I tried snaking him down the back, and I gave him the inside because I knew the outside can definitely hold the position, and that was the way to pass if you had no drafting help.
Mm-hmm.
And I got loose up there, and he was able to get by, and I crossed him under. Took it side by side down the back, and 3 and 4, I lost the car, and almost tried to cross him under again. I got in his back end, and it just killed whatever momentum I had to try to beat him to the line. But
Yeah,
I don't know, second place. I mean, I'm frustrated with it, but at the same time, I needed a good race, and I got a good race. I led a lap. I don't know.
that was
See how we points shake up.
that was a very interesting battle. Of course, you outfinished Aaron Klappert and Ryan Martin, the two guys who were closest to you in points. So once again, you just continue to pull away from those guys. And um, I guess I should the second question I should ask is you ran up front most of that race, but there was a little incident early on where you had to catch a really nice save right there. What went through your mind when you saw that spin and you had to save that car?
I was kind of lucky with that spin, as odd as it sounds, of lap 2, I believe. Everyone else has spun, really. It's probably because we were going in the first turn at high speed altogether the first time. But let me go look back at it real quick. All right. So I got loose, I think, at the same time as everyone else got loose. But if I didn't get loose, I would have got tagged by the O2
Mm-hmm.
on my left rear, and that probably could have killed my race. So I'm kind of lucky I got sideways there.
Yeah, that was a great save on your part, and man, I once again, dude, P2. I know not many people would be upset about a P2, but I know you wanted that win, and you've come close multiple times this season. And I know you've already got one win, but you've shown you can have multiple wins. What are you looking forward to next week at Lime Rock?
I just want a clean race. That's all. It should be a lot more calm because it's a road course, and we got 2 road courses at the end of the season. So if I can just get together a top 5 race, and I should be pretty comfortable heading into Summit Point for the championship.
All right, Blake. Well, you got anybody you want to thank before I let you go?
I'd like to thank my team in Outlaw Racing for giving me another fast car tonight. Unfortunately, I couldn't win, but still got a great finish. And shout out to Mr. Ocean CM382 on YouTube.
All right, man. Well, we'll talk with you later, Blake. Congratulations on P2 and extending your points lead.
Thank you.
All right, guys. That's Blake Kennedy, P2 in points, and ah, tough. Come close multiple times, but we're gonna bring in his teammate who got P3 here, Henry Klappert. Henry, you got a copy.
Yes, yes.
Once again, you're in here for an interview for good finishing position. That's gotta help drive some momentum to you. Of course, Blake continues to extend his points lead on you, so that may not be as fun for you. But
Yeah, I know.
man, you knocked that front nose off, and I've got to ask. All 3 oval races, you managed to knock that front nose off, getting too close to another car. How do you manage that?
I don't know. I just keep thinking it's like, for example, like a street stock or a cop car, but at the end of the day, you can't draft as hard like as those cars. I don't know. I mean, I kept up with the field. I kept up with the field. Without a nose. I'm surprised about that.
Yeah, for sure. Man, I jokingly said on the broadcast, I think your boys at Outlaw Racing are gonna send you a couple diagrams for Christmas. One about how a brake pedal works, and one about how the skip barber is a pointed nose at the front. You can't hit it. Well, I mean P3, you started towards the back there because, of course, as I said, you had to get that front nose repaired.
Yeah,
So, talk about that drive. You had to go from the back to P3. Of course, Ryan Martin got a really bad restart that shuffled things up a lot. So,
yeah.
run me through that last restart.
I don't know. I like to be honest. Like me, I think running without a nose was actually faster a little bit. I don't know why, because I think you could get into the corner more without sliding, like without the front nose. But that restart, I mean, I just worked myself around it, and me and Ryan was battling into turn one. He hit the apron a little bit, and he got loose. He almost took me out, but I went up high and I avoided it, and I thought I was going to catch up to Blake and Justin, but at the end of the day, couldn't get it.
Yeah, that sucks, man. Well, you got anybody that you want to thank before I let you go tonight?
I just want to thank Paul Granata and you and Josh Patterson, and I want to thank the whole Outlaw Racing team for putting a nice car out.
All right, man. Well, you sure you don't have any sponsors you want to shout out? Cough, cough.
Oh, I want to thank Mr. Ocean, of course.
All right, man. Well, P3, not necessarily a bad thing, of course. So move on to next week, of course, at Lime Rock, and of course Thursday night we head to Lernerville in the Dirt Modified Tour. So you got a pretty hefty
Yes.
schedule up ahead of you as we head in a holiday break. But we hope to see you for the rest of the week. Congratulations, Henry, on P3.
All right. Thank you.
All right, guys, that's gonna be Henry Klappert taking P3. That's all the time we have for today in the JP Designs Open Wheel Tour. But we thank everybody for coming out today as and look at those fireworks right there on the front straightaway, and of course the blown up cars of Granata and Patterson as Patterson was pushing Granata to the line. Fun race tonight, really good battling going on right there for the lead, especially after Kirker had that issue, man. Wow, I can't believe that. That was crazy. Um, Congratulations, obviously, to Justin Walker. First race, first win. Got to be a good feeling there. Blake Kennedy extends his points lead. Henry Klappert closes out the podium. It's his second podium of the season. So good job on Klappert putting together a good finish there. And of course, hard luck for Patterson and Granata, and then Hankins there at the end, shooting it 3 wide, getting so close, taking that lead, and just a little mistake there. But Hankins drove a great race nonetheless, and good job by these guys. This is WORC TV signing out.